Hello everyone and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. This is episode 49. Last time we traversed the hissing wastes and today we are going to descend into the deep road. So sit back, enjoy, relax. Let's head in to the War Council and let us investigate the deep road situation, shall we? It's about time that we check this one out. It's getting close to that point now. Getting very, very close to that point now when we are short of things to do. At least in terms of things worth doing. Like we're not going to go and clean up every single rift anytime soon. But just other things. You know? Other things. We might get... Should we get Master Focus? What should we get here? Veteran, well, we could only get trainee herbalists. I wonder if this will be the last one that we can get. I don't know if we'll level up our Inquisition another level anytime soon. We haven't really done much with connections at all. Sales, special offers for rare inventory. Exclusive training, just one combat ability point. Just don't even think that's really worth it. I'll get the Master Focus. Oh, and we have the ability to learn more about dragons. The dragon that Corypheus controls looks like an archdemon, but is something else entirely. To defeat his threat, the Inquisition must know all it can about dragons. Frederick of Sorrow, a self-styled researcher of dragons, may be of some help. However, no one knows when Corypheus may attack next. Frederick and the Inquisition should focus on one area of research first. One can learn quite a bit by dissection, and many minds better than one. My agents can search all of Thedas for naturalists like Thederic to join him in poring over dragon carcasses to their heart's content. And no one knows more about the beasts than the Pentagast family of Navarra. With Cassandra's help, I could secure permission for Frederick to peruse their archives for information about dragons past and present. And didn't you recently discover a dragon nesting ground? Oh yeah, go do a research expedition to a dragon nesting ground. Soldiers or not, bad idea. I like Liliana's choice.
Inquisitor.
So that is what we will do. And then in Ferelden, disaster in the deep roads. Oh, I already completed that, didn't I? So I can just travel there at any time. Right, that's correct. The deep roads is on my map, silly me. Indeed. Alright, on our map, we pull up this one, disaster in the deep roads. Who are we taking? Good question. We're going to take Varric. Because Varric loves the deep roads as a dwarf, right? He loves everything that has always happened there. That's why he always goes to Orzammar, right, guys? Nothing bad ever happens in Orzammar with Varric. Nothing about his brother. No red lyrium. He really loves going. We're going to bring him. We're going to bring Cole. Actually, that's two mages, isn't it? That's two mages, two rogues if I do it this way. No warriors. I might have to change my decision. Oh, they all seem to have value. Who will I take? Alright. I'm going to make the collective decision to not bring Cole. We're going to bring Varric as our rogue. And even though Blackwall is Tom Rainier and he's not a Grey Warden, I think bringing Blackwall, maybe just for the idea of that, could be fun. He might still have some things to sort of say and talk about with darkspawn and deep road stuff. I think that's a cool idea. So Varric, Solus, and Blackwall. Let's go.
The workers are almost done building a lift to the deep roads. No darkspawn trouble yet, but the earthquakes have been brutal.
I was told to meet a Shaper Volta.
She's waiting below. You won't see an Orzammar dwarf on the surface. They have rules about that.
Nice. They have rules about that.
How many quakes have there been since you arrived?
At least 3 big rumblers. And the aftershocks are nothing to sneeze at. My feet miss solid ground.
Josephine's report mentioned several lyrium mines were damaged by the quakes.
You'll see what's left of this one on your way down. From what I hear, the other mines are barely holding together.
So you haven't seen any darkspawn up here?
I sharpened my arrows just in case, but they never showed. I'm okay with that.
From your tone, I'd guess Orzammar isn't your favorite place.
I don't have an opinion. Cloud gazers like me aren't allowed in the city. The lift's ready for you.
Oh man, this is rickety. Can't wait.
Try not to shift around, and keep back from the edge. It's a long way down.
Cool.
This reminds me of a story.
Yes.
Shocking.
It's about an impossibly handsome dwarf and his friend who got crowned King of the Nugs.
A Nug King, really.
It's not as good as it sounds. Nugs mostly just shit on the floor and roll in it. Welcome to the deep roads.
Always wondered if I'd die down here.
You're not dead yet.
The day's just starting.
Dwarves cannot dream, yet they devise the most fascinating inventions.
Not all ideas come from the Fade.
True, but these designs must be inspired by something.
Oh, I loved that from each of them. That was very cool. So cool. And look how gorgeous this looks on the way down. Look.
Horut, Magirl, Nalfric,
Oh, damn.
your names will not be forgotten.
Legion of the Dead?
You must be Shaper Volta.
A trust Valar, Inquisitor. The Shaper it welcomes you to the deep roads.
It's like the prettiest dwarf I've ever seen. Oh my days.
You look as though you're hiding from something.
As a citizen of Orzammar, even a glimpse of your sky could cost me my position and render me castless.
Gotta love real dwarves.
Yeah, bringing Varric's gonna be a great idea here.
What does a Shaper do exactly?
We chronicle the life and times of our people.
You're historians.
Also scholars and genealogists. Shapers preserve knowledge in the memories, an archive in Orzammar. We record memories in lyrium to ensure they never fade. We must be meticulous in every detail.
Love that armor. It's so good.
How many dwarves have you lost?
More than we can count. The mining caste has suffered greatly. Our situation has worsened since we contacted Skyhold. The quakes collapsed this mine and shattered a seal, keeping the darkspawn at bay. The Legion of the Dead hasn't been able to mend the broken seal, and we can't afford to lose any more lyrium.
Llewellyn going, I understood that reference.
Orzammar deals with darkspawn all the time. Why request the Inquisition's help?
The Legion isn't prepared for this level of disaster, and the Grey Wardens haven't answered our calls for aid. Any threat to the flow of lyrium requires immediate response. The Inquisition is the only force we can rely upon.
Yeah, sorry, I kept sending the Grey Wardens to do battle until most of them died. I messed up, sorry.
What will happen if we lose more lyrium mines?
The surface needs lyrium for all sorts of magic. The Inquisition more than most, I understand. And Orzammar's economy relies on the lyrium trade. Without it, there will be chaos above and below.
I've read about the Legion of the Dead. Dwarves who fight darkspawn in service to Orzammar. They commit their lives to the cause and celebrate their own funerals before entering the deep roads.
No matter their sins in life, the Legion die noble deaths.
The Inquisition stands ready to aid Orzammar. Without a steady lyrium supply, things on the surface will get even worse.
Oh, Jesus.
Apologies for pushing you. I fear the damage that tremor caused. Follow me to the Legion camp.
Bloody cave in, mate. Shaper Volta. Okay, got a new character in here. Again, we're so deep into this game. There's 19 that I don't have. It's kind of crazy. Obviously, there are probably gonna be different characters that you meet depending on different things, but still. Oh, it's been a long time since we've had a beautiful card to look at. And look at that. That is absolutely gorgeous. I love that a lot. My daughter, I regretted the way we parted from the moment you left Orzammar. The words I spoke shame the ancestors and our house. Your mother still won't speak to me. Yesterday, I passed by a funeral for a legionnaire. I looked in as they tattooed her face. The weight of the ink seemed heavy. In moments, she aged 20 years. I know you are not part of the Legion, but sometimes it feels like I have lost my daughter all the same. I remember when you were a little girl. You'd drag me to the Shaperate just to skip down the aisles of books and records. You'd hum softly and run your tiny fingers along the spines of tomes you'd one day study. I still expect to find you there. They tell me the Legion commander with you is one of the best, and I shouldn't worry. I may be weak, but I'm not ready to lose you to the stone. Please be careful. Your father. The Descent. Ah, long way down, that's for sure. We got some codex entries straight off the bat. An unsent letter from a miner, so I think this might be the mining caste bodies here. Lord Gavorn, I shouldn't have to remind you of the mining caste's importance to Orzammar, but apparently not even the ancestors can say when you last visited the memories. The lyrium trade is the only reason our kingdom still stands. It is what keeps the king's coffers fat so that he may play a part in whatever little wars are raging on the surface. But lyrium is as dangerous as it is profitable. But when I write to you saying that earthquakes are threatening one of our most lucrative mines, I expect a faster response. Something unnatural is afoot. The shaft rats come out of their holes chanting nonsense. Even my own crew, men and women I've worked with since I was a child, claim to hear something in the tremors. I don't care who or what you send to help us, just do it quickly. Minor Ordel. Damn. Very pretty.
Keep your eyes open. These roads are dangerous.
Oh, probably not that bad. Oh, hang on. Landmark. Just gonna claim this spot if you don't mind. Storm Coast Fissure. From this ridge, exposed sections of the deep roads are visible below. There's history in the rock split by these quakes, and for those without sure footing, a particularly dangerous fall. Oh, ogre.
An ogre!
Stay clear of its reach!
Yo! Darkspawn. Ah, look at the Inquisition ogre. Oh, that could not have been timed better. Thank you for lighting up the scenery. Oh my god, look at its eyes. I picture perfect freeze frame at the action sequence here. Amazing. wanted to really get another look at how Inquisition does its ogres. Look at that. Oh my god, this ogre has seen some shit. Oh, that is incredible. Hello. Holy shit. Alright. Amazing.
Now, while it's distracted!
To break the ogre's grab, use an ability with a physical effect such as stun, knockback, or knockdown. It doesn't pop up with my fucking ability previews anymore. It only gives me the name. So Blackwall's been grabbed. And he's like, ah! Firestorm will probably have some form of knockdown. Fuck, I don't have any magic. Solus, do something. It worked. Oh my god, okay. Sure. Holy shit. Okay. We'll try our best.
It's not focused on us! Now's the time to attack!
At least Blackwall's enjoying that barrier, so that's nice. There's a lot of health, and he's immune to so many effects.
Strike now!
Oh nice, Veil Strike would have done the trick. Yep.
It's not focused on us! Now's the time to attack! Now, while it's distracted! Strike now!
Blackwall's a great target for the ogre to keep picking up. Because Blackwall will just be tanking those shots like crazy.
Strike now! It's not focused on us! Now's the time to attack! Now, while it's distracted!
Nice.
If I lost you, I'd never make it out of the deep roads.
I'm sure you would find a way. If the ogre reached this point, the Legion must be overwhelmed. Let us hurry.
We've got darkspawn. Hopefully that is going to be a lot of fun for Blackwall. That's a lot of DPS. This blade makes almost no sound, whether slicing through air or flesh, even when it strikes stone or armor. The clang of the metal is muffled. Plus 21 dexterity as well. Unbelievable. Okay. Nice work. A superior belt of focus. Alright, let's take a look at our codex here. Unlocking the codex for the ogre. Nice. Very cool. Since his return from Saharon, my brother Viro has had an affinity for horns. He's amassed quite the collection from felled Canary. At first, he kept them in his study, but soon the entire estate was overrun with the dreadful things. So when on a hunting trip, we came across an ogre with black horns glittering like tar. You can imagine his glee. I warned him that darkspawn are not like the Canary, and ogres are especially cruel, but Viro was far into his cups. Not that he needed an excuse to ignore his little sister. You go right, flank him, he spat, already stalking towards the creature. I circled the ogre and thought it strange that we had found one alone on the surface. From everything I'd read, ogres travelled with a horde and were usually only spotted during blights. It was eating something. I was too far to see if it's prey or was animal or human. As I took my position and ready to paralysis spell, Viro prepared his opening attack. The ogre turned before the spell was cast. Its speed was unimaginable. Blood-stained claws wrapped around my brother's chest and crushed his ribs like twigs. Viro was dead in an instant. I ran to gather forces to avenge him, but when we returned, the creature and Viro's body were gone. An excerpt from the Blighted Codex, a classified collection of studies on the Darkspawn, held safely in the Imperial Library in Minrathous, available only to members of the Magisterium. Indeed. Reach the seal.
I will never get used to the stench of darkspawn. They corrupt everything, even the air.
I hear fighting, but do not see it.
That's the broken seal ahead. It is worse than I thought.
Get those charges to the tunnels!
We are Legion. Where's Ogren and Sigrun, baby? Where are they? Oh, yes, baby. The Herlocks. Genlocks and Herlocks side by side.
Someone prime the sonic fuses!
I know that,
Can't lose this position! Hurry!
I know that the situation with Ogren is that he's a dad and being a decent father. And Sigrun became a Grey Warden. But where they at? You know what I mean? Where they at?
Can't set the charges with those bastards breathing down our necks!
Very cool to see the Genlocks like this.
Clear out the darkspawn!
Oh, the alphas.
That's got them on their heels. Keep it up!
Now, set the charges!
Love this music. Cool guys, don't look at explosions. Nice. Round of applause, everybody. Congratulations are in order. There's a big ass shield. Establish an Inquisition camp. Don't mind if I do. Lyrium infused staff. Whoa! Dragon crafting materials just in a box. Okay. Sure. Naltha's armor. Warrior dwarves only. Okay. I'm sure we'll put that to good use.
Inquisitor, meet Lieutenant Wren, a veteran of the 5th Flight and one of the Legion's finest commanders.
Someone paid her to say that. Appreciate the help, Inquisitor. Collapsing that seal bought us time. Blighters had the run of these tunnels for days. Now they have a roadblock.
How many deep roads are there? How deep do they go?
They'll take you from one side of Thetis to the other, if you have a death wish.
The roads once connected Dwarven cities that were hundreds of miles apart. Then came the darkspawn. Ren and I have been exploring this region, reclaiming it, but the work is slow.
Mark the map, fight an army. Mark the map, fall in a hole. And so on.
I get the impression you two have known each other a while.
Yeah. The Shaper had sent her to dig up some relics. Asked me to keep her out of trouble. That was 3 years ago.
You can quit any time.
Not when we still have things to fight about.
For such a small group, your people have held up well.
The quakes took a lot of us. Reinforcements will be slow to arrive.
Take cover!
Ooh, the sound.
You heard that, yes? The rhythm in the tremors? It's clearer, stronger, more insistent.
I hear it. Doesn't prove a thing.
These quakes are not a natural disaster. They're deliberate. There's an intelligence behind them.
Eee.
If something is causing them, the strength required would be incredible. What could do that?
Here we go.
I found an ancient text during an expedition with Ren last year. At the time, it was just a curiosity. But now... the text describes giant creatures, called Titans, living deep underground. They sing in the stone, shaping it. When these quakes began, I believe we heard that rhythm. I believe a Titan is causing all this destruction.
A song, huh? Song, huh?
I've never heard of Titans before. What else can you tell me about them?
The text I found predated the First Blight. Its pages had mostly rotted away. And there's no mention of the Titans in Orzamar's memories.
Which tells you something.
I don't know. I've found a lot of lost Dwarven knowledge and memories in my time in Dragon Age.
All I heard was an earthquake. How is it you and Ren hear a rhythm?
Our people have a strong connection to the stone. We feel it in a way topsiders cannot.
Shapers have great stone sense, and Volta's better than most. She never gets lost.
This is the Dwarven equivalent to the Fade, the stone.
You speak of the stone like it's more than walls.
The stone is eternal. She was here before us, and remains after we die.
But the stone isn't your god.
We don't worship her, but we do respect and honor her.
The stone makes us strong, and we return that strength to her when we die. It's difficult to express in words.
Mysterious songs often lure people to their deaths, or to an archdemon.
This rhythm isn't a song, exactly. It sounds like air flowing through lungs.
Air that can collapse a whole mine.
A mystery worth investigating.
In my experience, no explanation is too strange to consider.
For all we know, that text you found was a bedtime story. We can't be sure until we find the source.
The rhythm I sense in the quakes is emanating from somewhere far below. The stone will lead us there.
And if it comes to a fight, that'll be our job. There's a lift at the side passage nearby. Ready when you are.
Is this David Hayter as a dwarf? Because I thought it was someone else's voice, and then the longer it sat with me, I'm like, I hear bits and pieces of Solid Snake in there, just like tiny bits. It's in the gruff voice, you know. It's all that smoking that Snake's doing. It feels like a David Hayter voice to me. Deep Roads Expedition Table. Use the table to complete unique Inquisition operations called expeditions found in this area of the Deep Roads. They do not appear on the War Table in Skyhold. This is cool. Oh, wow, cool. Deep Roads and the Uncharted Abyss. Grand subterranean passageways once connected the Dwarven Empire's greatest tides, but darkspawn have laid claim to this territory since the First Blight. And a maze of long-forgotten caverns and tunnels winds down to the very heart of Thedas, awaiting the brave or foolish who would delve into the darkness. I love this presentation. Oh, I was like, I'm waiting for another menu to pop up. That makes sense. Deep Roads Expeditions Legion Camp Improvements. The Inquisition's efforts in the Deep Roads would greatly benefit from additional logistical support at the main Legion of the Dead camp. Additional crafting tables can be constructed and a quartermaster brought in to offer basic goods and services. Thank you, Cullen. They have built additional crafting tables and a quartermaster has been assigned. I'm just going crazy thinking that I'm not missing one, but it's just, I guess there's not one available yet. Sure. We've got our rest here.
So it's true.
I love that it tells you that Cullen's ready to report in when you, like, are obviously already aware. Okay, we can modify weapons and armor here. We can change our party here, so that's nice. I like that we have a camp. The Descent. Ooh, this is the sound. Or the rhythm. Very interesting. So Titans, they call it. What if Titans is just Dwarven legend for Archdemon?
The Legion is honored by your presence, Inquisitor.
Oh, the Skull Tatties. When it's quiet. Dearest Iora, this will never reach you, none of my letters will, but writing helps me cope with having joined the Legion. For all the death I have already seen, there are wonders down here, and I wish you could see them. When it's quiet, there are still hints of what the Deep Roads used to be. Right now, I'm sitting under the crumbling statue of a paragon. I asked Answer if she knew who it was, but the face is cracked. I like to think it's Endron Stonehammer or Marok the Mole, though I know you favor Astith the Grey. Back home, I never cared about our history. Remember old Osteg shouting out about Orzamar's former glory, naming Tigers he'd never visited and people he'd only read about? I laughed at him. But being down here, seeing what we've lost, these are more than roads, Iora. They connected our empire, let our culture flourish. The stone accepted us, and we lived and moved within her. Now we cling to her like someone drowning. Forgive me, all my letters end the same. Legionnaire Grek. Depressing. I love Dwarven lore so much. This is a treat. I'm so glad that we get to be back in the Deep Roads and getting some more info, because I haven't had some good Dwarven meal for quite a long time now. We got a lot of other lore popping up from the end of that conversation. That is some nice artwork. I'm loving these designs. Lieutenant Wren. Scribbled notes between Lieutenant Wren and Legionnaire Bernat. Sir, I reviewed our request for supplies. As your second, I am duty-bound to point out the absurd amount of ale listed, unless we have resorted to drowning the darkspawn. Don't be ridiculous. There's no such thing as an absurd amount of ale. You've requested more barrels than we have legionnaires. Bernat, I can't even let a dead man have some fun. Fine, reduce the number of barrels to half, but I expect Tapster's quality, not the piss they sent last time. Lieutenant Wren, I will make sure the Crown is aware that the ale is for the esteemed Lieutenant Wren, Vanquisher of Darkspawn, Hero of the Fifth Blight, and what was that other title? I always forget. Owner of the boot in your ass, Salroka. Amazing. Creatures. The Titan? Is that what is being added in here? I gotta look for the new icon. Oh no. Oh yeah, it's obviously we fought the Genlocks for the first time. The pleasure Cassius takes in dissecting the beasts is repugnant. A Genlock was on the operating table today. The man actually giggled as he put the knife to the monster's chest, and black blood pooled from the incision. I wonder what sound it'd make if it was still alive, he mused, pulling back the flaps of thick, pale skin. I don't know, gargling? If Cassius caught my tone, he ignored it and continued gabbing. So much muscle! Look at those hands! They're almost twice the size of the feet. Fetch me a jar. I obeyed, then stood back, covering my mouth to avoid the splatter as he removed each appendage. He separated the head last and held it up to candlelight. The broodmother that spawned this creature was once a dwarf, what I would give to study one. Another jar, please. Dwarven broodmother. As Cassius dropped the head inside the glass container, I swear I saw the putrid eyes blink. I don't know how much more of this I can stomach. And a couple of letters. Journal of Professor Arberg. I came expecting books worn from history's touch, their covers frayed and their spines exposed. But the memories are not written on fragile pages. They are runes crafted from lyrium. The never-fading symbols glow as if alive and capable of speech. The Shapers tend to them with the deference of a grand cleric, a civilization's entire history catalogued and recorded for future generations. Well, almost their entire history. My Shaper guide explained that I wouldn't find the names of surface houses, even prominent ones. The castless are struck from the memories because they have no position in Orzammar society and have turned their backs on the stone. A bit much if you ask me, but dwarves seem to be a people of extremes. I was not permitted access to all of the Shaperit's rewards, only a select few, but I think I impressed them with my extensive knowledge of dwarven family trees. Journal of Tog. Should have listened to Daya. kept my head down, focused on the drop. She warned me that Karshol doesn't like questions, but I'd heard stories of Orzammar my whole life, and if not for Mother's gambling, I'd have been raised there. The rift between our people is thicker than the ground that divides Orzammar from the surface. Our kin below think they're better than us because they've still got their stone sense. They treat me different. Even the Dusters look down on a cloud gazer like me. I didn't choose to be born on the surface. I never had stone sense to lose. I just wanted to know what it felt like, topside. People talk like it's magic. You hear rumors of the stone guiding her children to lyrium veins, protecting them from cave-ins, or whispering to expecting mothers about their unborn infants' futures. According to Karshol, the reality of stone sense is much more mundane. While miners can hear the distant song of lyrium, no one has conversations with the stone. It's more of a connection. They can sense a passageway before reaching it and can navigate the deep roads, without getting hopelessly lost. My disappointment must have shown. Karshol asked if I had any other questions, and broke my nose for prying. It's been a bad trip. A third letter. Scandal. Lyrium blast charges. Mining lyrium is not for the faint-hearted. The stuff is dangerous to handle safely and difficult to find, and its veins only ever seem to run through the hardest rock. Lyrium is nothing but trouble, but luckily it offers a solution to its own problem. Pack the right amount into a small drum, prime it with a short fuse, light the thing, and run as fast as you can. The blast will leave your ears ringing for the days after, but it will also explode any number of obstacles. There's a saying among long-time lyrium miners: when the going gets tough, the tough get out a blast charge and blow a great sodding hole in the stone. Nice. Okay. That's our beautiful camp. Also got crafting materials that you can buy and sell. Oh, you can buy dragon stuff here. Oh, baby. Oh, wow. Okay. Everything you could ever want and need here. For now. Forever. For all time. I'm very happy about that. Okay. Let's take a short break at this camp and then take the lift into the deep roads.
I've been meaning to ask, Inquisitor. Skyhold, how does it... well... hold in the sky?
The old fall into the sky routine.
How do you keep it from floating away?
It's built into a mountain.
Held by the stone, then.
Okay, like, we were questioning David Hayter before, being like, there's parts of it in there, but that whole entire segment was just pure Snake. That was just like, I could picture Snake on the codec going, Colonel, how does it work? Is it held in the sky? How does it not float away? Snake, it's held by the stone. Held by the stone. It's just perfect.
I'd like to know more about the Legion of the Dead.
The Legion's pretty straightforward. We keep the darkspawn out of Orzammar, and we're sodding good at it. Becoming a Legionnaire is a lifelong oath, one that can't be broken. We celebrate our own funerals before coming to the deep roads. As far as our families in Orzammar are concerned, we're already dead. Hence the name.
That's quite the commitment.
It isn't a glamorous life. Every Legionnaire has their own reasons for joining. From the common criminal to the deep lord with illusions of grandeur. All are accepted.
What about you? Why did you join?
I had a responsibility.
Shaper Volta said you're a veteran of the Blight.
I was a wet-nosed recruit.
But you survived.
Swing your axe long enough, you're bound to hit something.
You must have racked up a few stories.
Maybe when this is all over, I'll have the time and ale to tell them.
Most of Ren's stories end with decapitation.
I'm an efficient guy.
A historian and a soldier. That's an unlikely friendship.
What makes you think we're friends?
The bickering.
Fair enough. Volta's got the stones of a silent sister. Doesn't mean I won't give her a hard time.
Thanks for your time.
Stone met, Inquisitor.
Okay, so these just come up. Again, still.
A historian...
Yeah.
What they...
Interesting.
Doesn't mean I won't give her a hard time.
Thanks for your time.
Thanks for your time. You're welcome, Colonel.
The Inquisition is on everyone's lips. Even the Assembly has taken an interest. I'm told King Balin wished to meet you personally, but the Deshers talked him down. The earthquakes present too great a risk. When the previous king died, Orzammar nearly fell apart.
We almost could have met Balin in Inquisition.
How does one become a shaper of memories?
I was born with a keen stone sense. It caught the Shaper's attention, but my passion for history earned me the title. It was never really a choice.
You seem quite excited by the idea that these titans may exist.
My connection to the stone allows me to hear it, but I can only listen. Titans can sing through the stone. It is extraordinary. We call ourselves children of the stone. What does that make the Titans?
If Titans are what Volta says they are, this is a pretty significant addition to Dwarven lore. It's enticing. I'm very curious.
What's life like in Orzammar?
I haven't lived in Orzammar for 3 years, but I receive updates. Is there anything in particular you'd like to know?
Do you miss living there?
I do sometimes. Particularly the easy access to a warm bath and clean clothes. But the importance of my work outweighs the comforts of the city.
How's the political climate in Orzammar?
There have been riots due to food shortages, but they will pass, I hope. I've no doubt some Deshers will try to use the situation for their own gain. But the king has a good hold over the Assembly.
What are Deshers?
Members of the Assembly, all noble-born. Through the Assembly, they govern Orzammar. The king presides over them.
A dwarf's caste seems to dictate their entire life in Orzammar.
I could bore you for hours about our society's castes and the tensions that go along with them. Simply put, citizens of Orzammar are born into a caste, and that is their lot in life. A member of the Smith caste can never join the warrior caste, and vice versa. Everything is predetermined.
There's no way for someone to change castes.
It is possible for a member of the lower caste to marry above their station, but only their children's caste will improve. Similarly, when dwarves are made casteless, so are their descendants.
A dwarf's caste seems to dictate their entire life in Orzammar.
I could bore you for hours about our society's castes and the tensions that go along with them. Simply put, citizens of Orzammar are born into a caste, and that is their lot in life. A member of the Smith caste can never
keep
join
forgetting
the warrior
that,
caste, and vice versa.
The options
Everything is
aren't...
predetermined.
Keep forgetting that the dialogue options aren't disappearing.
That's enough about Orzammar.
Of course.
So I'm like, let's pick this option. Wait, this is an option I've just listened to.
Thanks for the insight, Shaper.
My pleasure, Inquisitor.
We'll speak another time.
Lovely. You know what they've done in Inquisition that feels very nice a lot of the time for conversations is instead of just like in dialogue where they just go, I must go, and then they just turn around and leave. I like the, you know, sort of natural end to a conversation where they talk and there's a bit of a back and forth, like I gotta go now. Thanks for your time. And it's like, I'll talk to you later. And it's like, it feels so much more natural instead of, I must go now. And then they just like awkwardly turn around and walk. It makes a world of difference. Okay, so we find ourselves in a Deep Roads camp at the Legion of the Dead, and we are taking a lift down. Oh, we've got multiple levels. Oh, okay. Storm Coast Fisher, Darkspawn Warrens, Ruins of Hydran Tig, Forgotten Caverns, Bastion of the Pure, and the Wellspring. Those are some names.
True. The king involved a servicer.
We've lost so many. The Inquisitor's a welcome sight.
The Legion can handle darkspawn. It's what we're born for. What we die for.
And the tremors? Don't be stone blind, Yakar. This is beyond the Legion.
Awesome. Alright, let's take the lift down. I always love going through the deep roads with Dwarven stuff as well, because it just, especially when you're in areas like this, I'm just going through Moria right now. We're going through the mines of Moria. I have no memory of this place. Alright, who's talking first?
I hope we don't run into an emissary.
Oh. Now we definitely will.
I take it emissaries are bad.
Most darkspawn are mindless killing machines, connected by the Blight. But emissaries are intelligent. And use magic.
Yes, I remember. Anyone else? We're all keeping to ourselves today, are we? Okay, navigate the Darkspawn Warrens. Oh, is that it?
Shrieks. It had to be shrieks.
I thought you'd be used to all kinds of darkspawn.
Well, everyone's got
Oh.
their favorites.
Jesus. I thought that they wouldn't be right there. Jesus. This is a lovely bit of classic Dragon Age stuff right now. All of us in the deep roads fighting Darkspawn. None of us Grey Wardens, though. We're doing the Grey Warden's job for them at the moment. And the Legions. Somebody contact the Grey Wardens that are just chilling in Vigil's Keep. Like, hello? Remember all that stuff you did in Awakening? What have you been doing all this time? Rebuilding the city of Amaranthine after Mapo Brusca let it fall, obviously. They are occupied. Shriek. God, just the eyes, so piercing. An entire unit went into the ground and only Tarquin returned. Syra found him bloody and shaking. We asked what happened, but only got incoherent mumbling for answers. Syra isn't taking it well. She's close with Tarquin's family and fears how Magister Natasia will react when we deliver what's left of her son. I still have hopes his mind will recover. Tarquin needs rest and wine, that's all. It's been nearly a fortnight, but Tarquin is showing progress. He no longer rocks, knees tied against his chest on the bed. Yesterday, he even let Syra hold his hand. The mumbling has turned to silence, but I think words will come soon. We sent another unit down to investigate. Unsurprisingly, evidence of a bloodbath greeted them. Syra believes Tarquin's unit was ambushed. Half-eaten bodies and angry wounds from crude weapons point towards Darkspawn. Tarquin spoke today. Only one word, but it was enough. Shriek. 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 Syra held him as the shaking returned. Oh my god. They make them like this absolute horrifying terror of the deep roads, as they should be. Ah yes, unlock expedition. Get more ale. Recovering barreled treasure, okay. Damn, okay, so this is gonna be cool, but probably a little bit frustrating. You like venture into the roads and it's like you have to go to the table to do the thing, and it's like, oh, can't I just, call up the Inquisition on the phone here and be like, send a message, Raven. Pride of Nauther, the words, let them eat steak, are etched into the side of this well-worn tankard. Let them eat steak. Right? Colg's journal. Killing me softly with the darkspawn song. A torn page from a journal. Stone-blind Colg, they chanted. Their grubby fingers pushed my face into the ground, scraped the flesh from my ear, spilled blood. 2 thumbs made black spots in my vision. Their voices were loud, so loud, but I hear her the loudest. The stone. When they left me in the quiet dark, she remained. Her soft lullaby told me of a way I could return, a song of my own. Filled with mother's love, I gathered singing stone by hand. Oh, lyrium. They said it would poison me, but mother would never do that, not to her son. Within the melody are secrets meant only for me. Okay. We've got... It is very interesting.
To an exiled dwarf. He was experimenting with raw lyrium.
Yeah, because we've learned that lyrium is sentient. It's alive. And it can be corrupted into red lyrium. It also sings a song. The darkspawn sing a song. It all comes from underground. The stone sings. The darkspawn sing. The lyrium sings. And obviously there's supposed to be some parallels and some connective tissue there, but I wouldn't say it's the same song. I would say it's probably a different song, but at the same time, then it gets your brain thinking about, you know, what is it about dwarves that doesn't allow them to dream and to access the Fade? What is blocking them from being able to do that? Such an interesting exposure to this stone, to this lyrium, that it doesn't allow them to do such a thing. I feel like there's a lot about the Dwarven lore and that kind of situation that they're alluding to with even like Dagna researching some stuff about it as well. She's had some very curious dialogue. I would assume the Deep Roads expedition, yeah. We have located several casks of Dwarven ale in one of the upper rooms of the Darkspawn Warrens. Recovering them intact could be challenging, but success would mean a sizable boost to morale for the Legion troops stationed in the area. The Inquisition has recovered several casks of Dwarven ale from the Darkspawn Warrens. One has been installed in the camp, shared with the Inquisition, and the rest have been shipped to other Legion of the Dead outposts in the area. Nice. It might be more worth doing that when we maybe discover a camp on the bottom, on other levels. They're all just chilling. That's right, guys. We'll do your job. You relax. Let's head back down again. Metal Gear.
There's something strange about it. Looks like our construction, but...
It's missing gears.
We have to find them. It's our only way through.
Oh, come on. You're writing the script for David Hayter. You know you gotta make him say it. Oh, you gotta make him say it. Come on.
That gear will fit the door. Keep an eye out for others.
Okay. Found another one.
We have enough of these odd gears. Let's head back to the door.
They're giving all the dialogue to her on purpose. Say the thing. Metal Gears, please. The gates of Segrumar. Elaborate hand-carved stamps have formed the smudged ink letters on this parchment into a symmetrical pattern. I obey the Creator. My tasks are clear, commands will be fulfilled. Barriers, divisions to conquer, mazes, prisons to redeem, carvings, wounds to heal. My 3 sacred duties I must not fail. Doubt is my companion. Write down the questions, hope to learn answers. Who weaves the sigil? What does it summon? How does it trigger? Creator knows everything, but still I ask, why am I chosen?
It's open. Keep any gears we find. We may need more. And if we don't, I want to study them. Whatever they're made of wasn't mine down here.
They kept him quiet so intentionally. They kept him quiet so intentionally. God damn it. They're like, yeah, we're not gonna have this guy say Metal Gear, I'm sorry. God damn it. What? Oh shit, Emissary's got a huge upgrade. What the fuck? They look like this now? Ooh. What? Dude, Emissaries used to just be basically a darkspawn with a hat. Holy shit. It's like an arcane horror now. But darkspawn. Whoa. That's horrifying. What the fuck? Well, you were right. We've encountered emissaries now. That is not what I expected. When I saw that, I went, what the fuck is that? Because obviously we know what emissaries have looked like previously. Very grounded creatures. My lord. What I remember most is his tongue flapping against a row of spiky teeth. I'd heard emissaries possess the ability to speak, but the words were unnatural. They twisted and lurched as they left the creature's mouth, accompanied with a spray of saliva. Have you ever experienced living flesh ground between your teeth? It asked Myla before biting through her throat. Emissaries can talk. My ankle was broken from the battle, but I dragged myself away. The pain I felt would be nothing compared to what the emissary would do to me. Riker stayed behind. I never knew if he was covering my escape, trying to save Myla, or had simply given up. I sensed a surge of dark magic, then heard his cry and a thud. I didn't look back, just crawled as fast as I could. When I reached the surface, the back of my boots was splattered with blood. Oh my god. Okay. It's a little horrifying. Oh, okay. Hang on. What are we doing? What am I doing here? We've got braziers. I've got to, like, light them to get this treasure in here. A patooey. Alright. What do you want me to do in this room? Do I just light them all? And I've just put one out unnecessarily. Oh, hang on. Oh. Oh. Hang on. Okay. Oh, should I have 4 people just light them at the same time? Okay, hold on. Let's see if I can actually do this time, because... Oh, I think if I just select everyone and then have them interact, they should be able to do it at the same time. Oh. Okay, it didn't even do what I wanted it to do, but it worked. It was just the 2 outside ones. Okay, I was gonna get them to try and light all 4 at the same time, but then all of my characters ran over to this one, even though I asked them to do their own separate ones. Strange. Yeah, I mean, I knew exactly what I was doing. Because I'm so smart. I'm just going everywhere except, obviously, the objective at the moment. Oh. It looks like that might actually connect. Maybe that was just a shortcut. But obviously we want to get as much as we can, so we will be exploring all of our avenues. For some metal gears. Oh no. I hate deep stalkers. Lore.
What is that?
What the sod is that? Oh no, not... Oh god, not one of these. Do I have to do it? So he won't respond to the mysterious metal gears as if it was his one job. But he'll respond to this. Colg's journal. The song is soft but hard to crack. I hear the words. I can even taste them, but I cannot say them. Maybe Mother needs me to remove my teeth. No. Builders, towers, solve the puzzle. The words on every page in this book have been crossed out. Spidery, scribbled notes fill the margins. Builders, towers, such an old game, not just for children, no. Big cannot cover small. Left moves right, piece by piece. They'll never know. They'll never find what happens when the towers move. I found it, but I have no need of it anymore. Big cannot cover small. Oh, you can just take them off. Oh, hang on. Wait. Wait. Oh. I see. You can only take one off at a time. Okay, now that I've done that, I need to do... This is the really... Okay. God, why? I can only take one off at a time, you bastard. Okay. Okay, progress is being made now. Thank you.
Only a lyrium-addled mind would hide secrets behind such madness.
Okay. A superb ring of critical chance. Okay, thank you for that. Puzzle solved.
Ren, I'm sorry about Bernat. You served with him a long time.
It was quick. And Bernat returned to the stone with honor. We should all be so lucky.
It's all right to be upset.
I'm too old to be upset. Did that messenger who came through camp have any news about Orzammar? The food shortage?
More riots. There's unrest from Dust Town to the Diamond Quarters.
Can't have the Deep Lords going hungry.
I made sure your mother and brother are safe.
That wasn't necessary.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Wholesome. Okay. So now we can proceed through this way. We have one gear. You sure you don't want to hold on to the gear, mate? The metal gear? No? Okay.
The rhythm in the tremors. It echoes through the stone. This way.
Gears in the deep roads. More gears. Bloodstained ancient gears.
Another strange door. Who put these here? And why?
This one uses a different kind of gear from the others.
We don't have to open it. My stone sense leads the other way. Though I am curious to see the other side.
You always are.
Thank you for telling me that this is optional, which means we will go. The creator provides tools, burning wheels, lower gates. I break the lines, forge the broken sigil. Locked the way behind, claws raking the door, scatter all the keys. What trails my steps? It does not matter, there is only forward. Sealing in the darkspawn.
That scar on your nose is new.
Yeah, well, fell out of bed.
You sleep on the ground.
Surprised me too.
Oh, Revenant. Yep, this is what was sealed in. he's running away. Okay. Revenant sealed in here. Some nice loot. Warden. Ooh. Warden Ailsa's diary. I've never had a diary before. The warden's kept me too busy, but now I'm dying, and there's no one to talk to. I'm alone with the music in my head growing louder. I always wondered how wardens knew when they heard the calling. I asked Liam once after too many drinks. "You'll know," he said, and I did. At first, it was just a whisper, a creak in the door hinge I could put off oiling, but soon, all I could hear was the music. It was there when I swung my staff and wiped the sweat from my brow. It lingered in Liam's laughter and stalked my dreams. I can't explain the sound, the song, but I knew it's a poison that grows in the mind, then consumes the body. I came here to die, in death's sacrifice, but I won't go quietly. I cut through the darkspawn horde, expecting to find only more of them the deeper I traveled, but nothing has matched my expectations. Deep roads brought to mind darkspawn, dwarven ruins, caverns, and death, but there's an entire underground world here. Just today I came across plants with lyrium-streaked veins. I took a bath in a lake that held crisp, fresh water and cautious animals, large and small, that I had never seen before. I can't be the first warden to witness such wonders. I was distracted by the curiosities yesterday. Was it yesterday? I let my guard down, got comfortable. Easy to do when you know death is inevitable. Then I stumbled across something horrible. I smelled it before I saw it. Bodies, Herlocks, Genlocks, creatures I didn't recognize. Hundreds of them, mutilated, tortured, and thrown into pits. I ran, didn't see the hole. Can't move my legs. They look like they should hurt, but I can't feel it. The music is too loud, the hunger too strong. I can still crawl. I don't want to die like this. Oh shit. Ailsa has a sketch of the deep roads. Underneath a broken bridge with a statue lies something.
This Grey Warden had a map. Could be important.
Okay. Damn, we're gonna get some cool Grey Warden calling lore as well. Oh, is it just... It's all gonna be Velveteen. Fade touched Velveteen. Okay. Curiosity satiated. On broken knees. Oh fuck, it's one of these. It's the Genlock Alpha with the shield, the goddamn battering ram. They're a pain in the ass in Dragon Age 2, let me tell you. I haven't witnessed it do its charging attack yet, we're good. There it is. Nope. Where's its beloved charging move? Doesn't want to do it.
Kill darkspawn like you've been doing it your whole life, Inquisitor.
He means that as a compliment.
You're famous, even down here. Is it true you killed a dragon?
You haven't lived till you felt their wings pulling you in.
I can't even imagine. Tell me about their teeth. I've heard they don't all breathe fire, and their scales have different colors and patterns.
Careful, Ren. I believe you're drooling.
This is great because it's like, obviously they're going to have a lot of curiosity about the surface and what's there, because, you know, as outside of archdemons, you don't really have dragons down here, and probably very rare for someone to see an archdemon actually rise. But so cool, be like, hey, tell me about dragons, please. They seem so fucking cool. They're like these giant creatures, you know. If there was any sort of, like, mech equivalent, it'd probably be called a Metal Gear. And we'll call it Rex. Spiders. Why did it have to be spiders?
Die!
It's getting more ominous the deeper we go, and we're only on the second level. Ogre! Ogre in the dungeon! Why is Varric never using healing potions? Please. He's always too late to use them. I noticed on Varric more than any of the rest that he will almost refuse. And his tactics are definitely correct. He's just a polite boy. He doesn't want to heal before everyone else. Right on. Investigate the corpses. I don't think the ogre dropped anything.
There's nothing left of them. Can't even tell who they were.
I'm sorry, Ren.
You join the Legion knowing you're already dead. You don't fear the killing blow. We rest in the stone and pass our strength back to her. That's our reward. But the darkspawn defiled these soldiers. They can't return to the stone. They'd only weaken her.
We'll make the darkspawn pay for what they've done.
I've killed so many. But every time I stare into their black eyes, I know one day it won't be quick enough.
Stop it.
It's the truth, Volta. I'm going to die down here. I can only hope it won't be like this.
We'll burn the remains. Honor them with flame.
And then we'll stand in it. And burn with them. It's like, don't worry, I've got fire resistance boots on. Alright. It's time to descend into the ruins of the Hydrun Tig. And we will be doing that next time. So thank you so much for joining me for our first episode of Into the Descent. The Deep Roads. I love this stuff because Dwarven lore is amazing to me. It takes me all the way back to Dragon Age Origins again. And it's beautiful. I'm very happy to be here. So I can't wait to see what secrets lie down below. So thank you so much for joining me today for this episode. And I will see you next time.